The setting just to plot for, please. Okay, what I liked to what I didn't like, and this will help organise your brainstorming map. Here we go. The opener is an interesting fact or quiz question. Topic statement preview, Jamie will write. The review, you will do it, okay, and we've covered it, but I will write down where to find the review. And the closer, my recommendation, you have to do this. Okay, so there is how to add impact. Oakley dokley. Let's have a quick listen to the openers and closers. So I'm quickly going to go through this. Openers and closers, sentence stress, phrasing with pauses, and then I'm going to skip through to the unit goals checklist. Okay, so Emma, Grace and Ben added an introduction to their presentations. What type of opener do they use? Okay, please remember there are lots of different openers and closers, and we've covered them all on the course. We've covered 6 openers and 6 different closers. What kind do they use?
Hi everyone, I'll be your guide today. First, let's look at some different types of openers. Watch Emma, Grace and Ben introduce their movies and TV shows. Notice the type of opener they each use.
Hello everyone. A 14-year-old boy, a Bengal tiger, a small lifeboat on the Pacific Ocean, a deadly island, and a Canadian interviewer. What do these things have in common? They are all in a popular novel and the best movie of 2012. Life of Pi is a magical adventure movie about an Indian boy named Pi, who spends months on a small boat in the ocean with the Bengal tiger.
Hello everyone. When we think about life on Earth in the future, many of us imagine that it will be more difficult, dangerous, and violent than now. Maybe that's why movies like The Hunger Games are so popular. The Hunger Games is the first of several sci-fi adventure movies based on a popular novel.
Good afternoon, everyone. A popular writer once said, "Fantasy is not an escape from reality. It's a way of understanding." He was talking about books, but maybe it's also true for television. Game of Thrones is a fantasy drama series that is set on the fictional continent, Westeros.
Okay, so Emma, as you know, Emma used a mystery list, Grace uses a general statement, and Ben uses a quotation, and we've had a practice with all of them, okay? So openers and closers, Emma, Grace and Ben also added a conclusion to the presentation. Watch and complete the charts below, the ratings and the recommendations, and this will help you in your PowerPoints, in your presentation. So Emma, Grace and Ben also added a conclusion to their presentation. Listen and complete these charts below. Okay, so let's have a go. The rating for it, okay, and you're going to do this in your presentation. So this is why I want you to listen. And the recommendation, you're going to do this in your presentation. So this is important listening practice for you. Let's have a listen.
Did you notice that each speaker began differently? Emma began with a list, Grace gave a general statement, and finally, Ben used an interesting quotation. Now, watch their conclusions to find out what their ratings and recommendations are.
So what do I think of Life of Pi? Overall, I give it 3 stars out of 5 for its amazing special effects. I think it's worth seeing, especially in a movie theater, or on a big HD screen in a dark room. Thank you.
So overall, what's my final rating of The Hunger Games? I'd give it 2 thumbs up. I think it's definitely worth watching for its fast-moving plot and great acting. I recommend that you rent it and see it at home with your friends. Thank you.
So, what's my final rating of Game of Thrones? It's absolutely worth watching. I would give it an 8 out of 10 for its fascinating plot and stunning scenery. My recommendation is to watch every episode and download any that you miss. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so here we go, and you can use these to help you write your recommendations and ratings. Emma, 3 stars out of 5 for its amazing special effects. Grace, 2 thumbs up, fast moving plot, great acting. Ben, 8 out of 10, fascinating plot, stunning scenery. Emma, I think it's worth watching, especially in a movie theatre or on a big HD screen in a dark room. Grace, I recommend that you rent it and see it at home with your friends. Ben, he says, my recommendation is to watch every episode and download any that you miss. Wow, Ben really does like that. Okay, so these can be helped to help you write your openers and closers. Quickly, sentence stress. Okay, let's do, this is good practice. It says, look back at exercise 1B on page 76. Notice what words in Jason's presentation you underline for stress. Then record, yourself saying that section. Okay, so why don't you have a practice and record yourself and listen to yourself doing the stress. So you can do a quick recording, and I will do it as a child. Clark discovers that he has special powers, and later he tries to find out where he comes from. In his travels, he meets the reporter Lois Lane, and he communicates by hologram with his father Jor-El. Clark learns that he was sent to Earth to bring hope to mankind, okay? And this is sentence stress, which is obviously important in your English language, and it will help you, okay? Have a read of this, practice, and record yourself. And here we go. Here's the words that were stressed by Jason when he did it. Okay. And it says, look back at exercise 2C on page 77. Notice the lines you drew in Jason's presentation to separate the thoughts or phrases. Then record yourself saying this section. So, Man of Steel is set on the planet Krypton and on Earth, including the United States and Canada. The movie covers Superman's life from infancy to his 30s. The movie tells the story of Superman's origins, how he becomes Superman. At the beginning, Krypton is dying, so its leader Jor-El sends his baby son Kal-El to Earth. Kal-El is adopted by kindly farmers in Kansas, and they name him Clark. Okay? So here we go. Let's see if you drew your lines correctly. Here we are. Have a practice. And that's where you should be doing your phrases with pauses, okay? So have a read of that and try to repeat the same as Jason, so you have a practice with your phrasing with pauses. And do this and do it now, please. We're not going to do this, guys. I'm not doing this. I'm quickly going to skip through. We're not doing this because I don't want you to do this, right? Of course, unit goals checklist. Is Jamie doing his job? Okay. So you can't quiz your classmates about their movie knowledge and preferences. You can't do that, but you can. You did do this. Describe and rate the features of a movie or TV show. You did brainstorm, select and organise ideas into an outline. You did this. Begin a presentation with an interesting fact and end with a recommendation. We've practiced that and you must do it. We practiced sentence stress and phrases with pauses. You've done that with the Superman review. And now you're going to do this. This is the last one. Prepare and give a review of a movie or TV show. That's what I want you to do. That is your final exam presentation. And final thoughts about present yourself. Okay, all I want to know is get you thinking is which presentation did you enjoy the most and why? Okay, so quickly, here you go. It's obviously your final exam. Here's the rubric. It's the same as all the time, but everything is obviously just times 3 because it's for 30 points. Okay, this is for 30 points, and the presentation's introduction had an effective greeting, opener, topic statement, preview. That should be no problem because I will help you. The topic was relevant. The body of the presentation included enough interesting details and information about the topic. No problem. The presentation's conclusion had an effective signal phrase, review and closer. No problem. You will do that. This is about you, okay? To present to sport clearly with appropriate speed, volume and voice projection, okay? That's up to you. The presenter made eye contact, and if you do use note cards, use them effectively. Remember, 1/10 maximum, 10% maximum.